So this video is it's not super positive. It's evangelizing the primal diet is a waste of time. There, I said it. To go out and tell people about this diet, to show people about this diet, to make content and push this diet is kind of a waste of time. If you think about it, how people have come to Ajanas, it all starts from basic human psychologies. People are in a contemplation stage. People are questioning. People are yearning. And don't you remember when you yearned? If you ever yearned? And so that's where the magic happens, like with anything, not just diet. And when you're bombarding things out to social media, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, even just like, even in real life, people, friends, family, they'll think you're crazy or whatever. Some people, if they're contemplating, no, they might be receptive. But again, it's knowing your audience. And it's kind of hard to do when you're on social media because you don't have a good handle on your audience. There isn't a targeted audience. It's just kind of the world. When I did TikTok, I just started to just eating raw meat. I'm like, I'm just going to eat raw meat on TikTok and upload it, just for fun. And kind of blew up. But then over time, my videos would get removed. I would get shadow banned. And, I'm like, why is this? Maybe it was my low camera quality. Maybe it's because I was a little harsh on people who were, just being downright jerks in my comment section. Apparently being, mean isn't, it's not in the good graces of TikTok. What else? I guess misinformation generally. So, it's like, was that really effective? I did get some people to eat more raw foods. I didn't get them to do the primal diet 100%. Maybe a few people, but not like dozens of people, not like a dozen people even. Maybe like 3 or 4 people. And that's with, how many views? Gosh, I've had at least 5-6 million views in total, at least. And that's not even counting all the people who duetted or stitched my content. That's another couple million at least. But again, attention span, it's like that. It's there, it's gone. I have 8,500 followers now. And that's about the same amount I had when I took my account private, simply because I didn't want to lose my account. So I've kind of removed some videos. I've deleted the videos that were banned, so hopefully that helps the algorithm. And when I start up again, I have some new ideas about presenting. But because my TikTok blew up, I was invited to do a documentary with I Wonder TV with Travis, and it was great. He was great. It was nice meeting him. And one thing I think is interesting is like the content might be throttled or shadow banned, because he did a video on someone who ate raw meat, Wendy Marshall, I believe it was, and that has like 3-5 million views, something like that. It's been out for a few years though, but my video has been out for 2 years now, almost, and it's under 200,000 views. I mean, now still, in that video, that's 200,000 people who, know about Ajanas now, because I specifically said Ajanas Vonderplanets, the primal diet. This is what I eat. This is why I eat it. So, no one has really done anything in that regard to reach that many people about the primal diet specifically. There is the raw meat experiment. He was on TikTok. I think he got deleted. And he's on Instagram now. He's probably maybe even had more reach than me, I would guess. But between like me and him, there hasn't been anybody else who's gone out and promoted Ajanas Vonderplanets or the primal diet. A lot of people recently have come to the primal diet through Sverige. His channel was recently banned through Godus. But he talked more about just eating raw meat and raw animal products. He did not promote the primal diet. He talked about Audrey a few times and said he was wrong about things. He didn't really do his diet and all that. It's an unnatural, man-made diet, whatever. So a lot of his followers don't pursue Audrey. They just eat raw meat. They just eat a carnivore diet, which it's every time you eat a piece of raw food, you increase your vitality. So it's better you eat that than not, even if you're not doing a strict primal diet. And my thoughts on doing a strict primal diet or not. It's another video, but anyway, it's just kind of like people who search, that content. They're in a contemplative stage. They're searching. They're into alternative ideas. Your average person isn't. Trying to discuss this stuff with an average person is not beneficial. It's a waste of time. So this idea of evangelizing the primal diet is dumb. Even Augustus said evangelizing the primal diet is dumb. He used to do trade shows and health shows and a little bit of advertising, but he stopped because he said it was a waste of time, it was a waste of money, and I wasn't getting a return on either of those when I was doing that. So I stopped. And the only reason that he had, progressed with his following and his success was because his methods work, number one. Number two, it was through word of mouth. So people had real life experiences, like it's the optics, right? Like when I did that I Wonder documentary, I looked bad. And I realized this watching back 2 years. But everybody starts somewhere. I was running basically off, I was eating the raw meat, just, I was 2 years into the diet, I think. And, I was eating the raw foods and everything. I wasn't doing as much vegetable juice. Like it was like once a month in the winter, and then like maybe once a week, twice a month or something like that in the summer when I could get more produce. But it certainly wasn't enough. I do that every day now. I wasn't taking hot baths. So, there were a couple things. But I was still healing because I had my irises red, and apparently my liver was almost healed. And I noticed this too because I feel like I digest and process fat better. But yeah, if you look at me in that video, I don't look great. I was about the same way that I always have been. I've always had trouble gaining weight. And just like a year ago, I noticed that I was able to put on weight because I think my liver kind of started to heal and I was able to digest and process fat better. So I was able to put on weight easier. And I've never able to do that before. I've always been, at weight or underweight. And, a lot of people look at that video and they say, well, he's scrawny, he's eating all this raw meat, shouldn't he be big? I was pretty strong for my size. I was 150, 145. I was benching 185, which, that's not like a huge amount, but I was benching more than my body weight, like benching it, not like that was my max. Like that's what I would bench with. I never tried to do a max, but I probably could have done like 195 at least. Which, for a guy my size, that's not bad. So, I guess appearances aren't everything. You can't judge a book by its cover. But a lot of people do that, whether you like it or not. And that's how, like, if you're trying to do this stuff, that's how it has to come across. Like, you have to show. So, like, I didn't look good then, but I might do another documentary with I Wonder, and it would be interesting to see how I've changed. I know I look better because I look in the mirror every day, and I can see I have bags under my eyes less of the time. Less bags under my eyes less of the time. Some days I still do. My hair looks a lot better. My skin looks better. I've put on weight, mass, some muscle, but, fat too, which I needed. My mood's a little better. I think my mind's working a little better. So, if you can show a transformation, that's almost even more powerful than just showing, oh, hey, look at this guy and his physique. It's great. He does this diet. And I think showing like just you, even not diet stuff, but like physical stuff, physicality, showcasing that, people will ask, what's your diet? What do you eat? They always do. So that can be a follow-up in a lower level kind of thing. Because the people who are interested in the eating and the diet, they're going to start contemplating. They're going to be receptive because they see what they're seeing. They see the success. And just like a transformation, too, that can be helpful as well. So, evangelizing, it can be hard. Like that I Wonder video, a lot of views, 180,000 views. So it's, not a lot, but it's a decent size. I feel like it's throttled on shadow banned, honestly, because it should have more views by now. He had another raw meat video that had several million views. My video alone has been reacted to over 3 million times. So it's like, where are the views? I think YouTube is either hiding the number of views, or they're throttling the views or the exposure, because they don't want the information to get out. I didn't say any misinformation, but I did talk about ogenous and terrain theory, so they didn't like that, I don't think. So if I do another documentary, I'll be a little more careful with my words, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, it's a waste of time. Like, if you're going to put all this time and effort into evangelizing something and you don't get a lot of views, you don't get a lot of conversion rate, what's the point? Like, in my TikTok even, I had over 8,000 followers. I would put out my email and stuff. I got like 2 emails. I started a YouTube channel and I got maybe 100, 150 subscribers. Now, after I did the I Wonder piece, that doubled. So it's about like 295 right now, because I've lost some. I haven't posted there. I'm focusing on this channel because I'm targeting a specific audience of people who are already in this diet mindset, this diet sphere. I feel like it's more effective that way, instead of trying to make content and then present it to everyone as an audience. So I plan to start that channel again, but I don't know when. Same with my TikTok. But yeah, if you're going to evangelize the primal diet, I would say don't. It's a waste of time. Make it a secondary thing. Build other content. Like, I know one guy, he makes video game clips. He's got over 200,000 followers on TikTok. He's got a lot of views. Like, if he wanted to branch out and do other content now, it's a great time for him, because he already has the audience. He has a captive audience. So if you have attention and a captive audience, you can pivot, or you can do different things. You can take advantage of that, even if it's in something else, not diet related. But like I said, you make it a secondary thing, so it's not like you're focusing on it. You find out when people are interested in it, when people ask the questions. When people ask the questions, that's when you plant the seed. So, I think it's a waste of time to evangelize the primal diet. I'll probably still do it because I've already done it. I'm out there. But if you're new, you might want to go about it a little bit differently, because it will be disappointing. It'll be harder than it was several years ago, because the censorship and stuff, it just gets worse. So, if you're going to do that, learn from other people, and good luck.